again, everyone. Today I'm here with a quick unboxing and testing of the Kaweco Black Crystal USA exclusive Sport. I already had started this video once before and got cut off, so I decided to start again. So that's why you have the sleeve off, and it's going to be a little messy in this box because I'd already started taking it out when I had to restart. So there is the pen itself, which is just like a regular Sport. I think here you're paying for some of the extras that they include with the special edition and the fact that this is a limited edition and it is labeled as such, as the Black Crystal, because this is more expensive than your average Kaweco Sport. So you do have this special little black end piece here, and then you have the black nib, which is matching, and then you have these little accessories, which I will show you. And then I'm going to show you how to fill the pen. I'm going to fill it with the little converter that comes with it. I haven't used this yet before, so that should be fun to try that out. It seems very simple. I think you just plunge it out once you have it in the pen, or you could do it by itself and then put it in the pen, but I am going to do it with it attached to the pen. And then it comes with this matching black pen clip, which I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I'm going to put it there so it does not interfere with the name of the pen there or the Kaweco Sport language. So that's quite nice. It's all coordinating. And then it did come with a cartridge inside the actual pen, which I'm not going to be using today, and then a whole other little box of Kaweco cartridges in pearl black. And these are short international cartridges, and you should be able to use them with any pen that takes short international cartridges or international cartridges. You could even use it in a regular size pen. And it came with this little booklet here that talks about the history of Kaweco and the Kaweco guarantee. And then it came with this little sticker, which is kind of cute. Okay, so I'm going to put the little box aside. And of course you get the tin, which is special. This is a special tin. And I am going to go ahead. I picked an ink out, and the ink is one that I don't think you've seen before. Yes, it's a little squeaky when you open it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the converter down in here. Let's see. I've had a problem seating the, there we go. Oops, that popped right out. That was weird. Okay. I have had a problem seating the Kaweco cartridges and converters. So let's see. I actually purchased a converter recently from Kaweco to put in a pen that takes international cartridges, and for some reason I just couldn't get it to fit. And here, although it fits, so but it took a little finagling there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in the depressed position. My eventual plan for this pen is to convert it into a dropper fill pen. And I have not done that before, but I have been wanting to do that, and I think it would be really perfect for this clear pen because you'll be able to see the ink in it. It supposedly is really easy to convert to a dropper fill pen. You would put silicone ink around the threads so that it can create a seal once it is closed, and then you would just simply fill this body here with ink with a dropper, and you would obviously keep it up so that you wouldn't spill all your ink. And then once you put it in there, you would not have a cartridge or a converter in there if you're going to turn it into a dropper fill. And then you simply let the ink flow down into the nib and write that way. You can have a much bigger ink capacity that way. And with this, I think it would be kind of neat to be able to see the ink in the body because it is clear. So let's go ahead and fill it though with this converter. So I'm going to leave that in the depressed position in order to get the ink out. And the ink that I've chosen today is this Van Diemen's The Midnight series in Blackened Sea. And I think, I can't remember where I got this, but I'll try and find that out and give you a link. This is an ink that I haven't shown on the channel before. It's really beautiful and deep in color, and I thought it might be a good match here. One issue I had when I opened it up to do an ink sample is that it was very messy and leaked. So not necessarily leaked, but it was so full that it went all over the table. So this time I am going to get a little paper towel, which already has some ink on it, and put that under here while I open it. So you can see how full it is. So if you put anything in there, it's going to displace and get some of that ink all over the place. But I'm going to try and be careful here. So let's see. Oh, that went right up in there. I'm going to do it a couple of times just to see if I can get a bigger fill there. Okay, perfect. And I will take that off and carefully recap. I'm going to wipe off the excess ink here. And I'm going to go around this little inside area too so that I can get out any excess ink in that area. Sometimes it's just sucking ink out of the converter too, so you kind of have to watch it so that you don't just end up sopping up a whole bunch of ink that would otherwise be used for writing. Okay. So I'm going to cap this up for the time being so that I can close this bottle. And it actually looks quite pretty filled with ink just with the converter in there. So let's go ahead and close this bottle. I got a bold nib on this, by the way. So that is a nib that I don't currently have in any of my Kawecos. So I really wanted to try it. Sorry, I'm just realizing that because this ink is so saturated, just what's on the paper towel is getting on surfaces. So I have to be really careful with that. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the box. I left it in the box just in case it leaked out at all. So it would kind of have this box buffer between that and any surfaces it was on. Let's see, let's make sure there's no ink left on here so that I can put my notebook down. Okay, so all the Kawecos post if you would like them to post. In fact, it kind of really is necessary given how short the pen is. So let's see, are we actually started here? Yes. And that feels okay. This doesn't seem very bold to me for a bold nib, but we'll see. So this is the Kaweco Black Crystal. And I'll put this closer up to the camera so you can see it at the end. USA exclusive with a bold nib. Oh, and this is the Sport. I'm getting that ink on me. I didn't let that dry before I went over there. Okay, and then this ink is, let's go ahead and write this in block lettering, Van Diemen's Blackened Seas. So this nib is okay. I think it's a good size for regular writing, even though it's bold. The nib is just a hair scratchy, but I'm not getting any skips or anything, which is nice. And it seems to, it seems to keep up. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the quick brown fox. And actually, I feel like it's getting smoother as I'm writing. Jumps over the lazy dog. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close that up. Because there's such a small capacity in this converter, it probably will use ink pretty fast. But I wanted to show you this beautiful ink, which is sort of a, as you can see here, it's sort of a dark bluish teal. But I just thought that that might be a good combo for now. We'll see. All right. Well, there you go. So that is the new Kaweco Black Crystal. I honestly don't think it's anything that special as far as a writing instrument is concerned. I think if you, I mean, compared to other Kaweco sports, I don't know if the black nib necessarily gets you anything new or different as opposed to one of the regular nibs. It definitely looks very cool. I mean, even with just the converter, the fact that everything's sort of matchy-matchy with the black and the fact that I put dark ink in there is kind of nice. And actually, given how nice this looks, I may change my mind about the dropper fill idea and maybe save that for a different Kaweco. But it is nice that it comes with the matching clip and all of that. And I definitely think it's a nice looking pen. And like it writes perfectly fine. But I think if you have other Kawecos, or if you have a clear Kaweco especially, you know, you probably could make your own sort of with a similar look. I mean, you're not going to have this little black end piece here, but you could get a black clip and, you know, put some dark ink in one of these little converters and you would have a similar look. So basically, I think my review is, unless you're really stuck on the look of this, I think you could probably take a pass. I didn't have any clear Kawecos, and I kind of wanted to add one to my collection, and I really liked the look of it. So that was more why I got it. And I wanted to try the bold nib, which, as you can see, is not super bold, but bold enough to write nicely. I tend to err on the side of medium, broad, you know, that direction, as opposed to fine and extra fine, etc. on the other side. So, so I think it's a decent writing pen, but again, it's at the end of the day, it's a Kaweco sport. All right, so that's it for today. Feel free to subscribe so you can keep track of future videos on my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I hope to see you next time. But until then, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.